Hello everyone and welcome back to Rogue Trader. In the previous episode we finally find the laboratory of the Homunculus, and we also find inside the laboratory the door that Irida was dreamed about, or the whispers told about her. And in the end we found a Farseer which has a strange device on him, and Irida could use that to, I don't know, not suppress her powers, but probably drain the powers to an acceptable level. However, she decided not. We left the choice for her to decide if she wants to install that augmentation or not, and she decided against, because this device not just drain her powers but also her soul, and she would be like a half zombie. And she reasoned why would she don't want to live a half life. She rather enjoys her current one. Also, we had again a tough battle, and I'm starting to wonder if as this battles but maybe we should take, this is the device. It's not the device. Okay. Farseer mesh armor. I wonder if Iliad can use that.
The songs of my ancestors speak of stars long forgotten and worlds long gone.
She
What a
can.
shame that you lack the capacity to understand even a single note.
However, her dodge is really... but she had been hit before. So let's put that arm. 50. We don't need 15. We split it triply and we made cargo out of this. Okay. And now we have to do the main thing. To find and kill the Homunculus. Yes, we collected everything.
Always keep
here.
your eye on the prize.
Movement points, that's okay. It's also okay. That's not okay. I don't want -1 action point. So,
Join me in prayer. The pain will subside.
I can see bright colors again.
and it's very fortunate that I wanted to heal. Okay, let's put just an advanced medkit, but what is more important, a grenade. And let's check everyone else for grenades. Now we are back in the main laboratory, and hopefully we can find the Homunculus. I expect in the next battle will be against him, and that would be also a heavy one. And now we have to expect that at some point he will just regenerate his wounds. Or act out of order. Well, maybe not out of order, because we can see at
My warp sight reveals something.
the edge of the screen.
A trivial task.
That Oh, an elevator. Okay, let's finish exploring this level.
Stop! There!
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Something is definitely in that direction.
I have learned much in my exile.
Or have we been here? No, we haven't. And we missed. Yeah, because that's in a different.
Keep your wits about you.
It's on a different side. At least these things are empty, except one.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, we have something here, for sure. Is it our guy? Yeah, it is him. You're looking at several completely identical homunculi at work. A disturbing sight. The indistinguishable and familiar faces turn their attention toward you, more slowly and almost indifferently. One of the homunculus starts to talk with all the usual arrogance. The specimen, we meet again. You escape from Komorago was both a statistical anomaly and an act of abject cowardice. You should have died in the dark city instead of overstepping the limits of your own usefulness. You made too much noise. I'm wondering, what are we doing here exactly? Because I was thinking, if we suspected that he was here, we could have just orbital bombardment the hell out of this place. But again, I remember that Idira wanted to go here for the door, so we can't really do that. The monster falls silent, barely perceptible electrical charges run through the homunculus' bodies. Then the one who spoke continues. So you are here. Now what? Are you going to bore me with your questions, monkey? Their colors, horrible, frightening, tattered shades. Only a madman could do something like that to himself. Cassia looks away horrified. Let's examine him. The homunculi are twitching slightly as if from invisible electric impulses. They look virtually identical, yet each seems to be missing something, a limb, an implant, even a facial or two. The single gaze of the many faces no longer seems full of haughty superiority only. Some kind of shared defect also shows in it. Maybe he just created bodies and separated himself. That hole in the ceiling is a peculiar design choice. What happened here? The identical faces look annoyed and spiteful. For a moment it seems the homunculi are about to reply in unison, but a barely perceptible electrical impulse stops them. One of them scoffs and mutters through his teeth. Just more proof of how unreliable a partnership with lower life forms are. Tarantitas' voice sounds dry. The grim gaze of his hideous copies are fixed upon you, watching. What is this place? It does not exactly look like a Dark Eldar laboratory. The clones look around them in movements that's almost synchronized. A disembodied voice answers you. This dry vault is lacking in practicality and function, but is being a passable refuge for me and my research. Why are you here and not in Komora? I am obviously here because this is my laboratory containing my research that requires my attention. The familiar voice of one of the Xeno sounds, as though he was lecturing a child. I see you have found new company, Tarantitas. You hear the Arcada's voice again, but can't see who is talking to you. Found? Don't you mean made? I had a backup shell stored away for centuries, but the events at the spire of the Raven Tempest convinced me one active body was not enough. Am I talking to the Cervantitas or Sabara? Is each of you a separate individual? The homunculi you can see are silent, and yet you still hear Cervantitas reply. His voice seems to be coming from every side at once. My new multiple form is intriguing, isn't it? I leave your question unanswered, specimen, to give you something to ponder. This meeting be your last, Cervantitas. You're different from others of your species, specimen. This time around I want to study you much, and I mean much more thoroughly, which necessitates your death. And I hope dying once doesn't suffice for you.
I will wipe your disgusting presence out of existence.
You'll suffer exquisitely.
Oh! And we have, of course, a grotesque. Close combat one. Well, at least we can position ourselves this time around and not a surprise attack. Let's put the snipers at the back. And put Cassia also back. Okay, he's got some kind of thingy. Let's check him. What does he can do? Blood barrier. At the beginning of each turn, this creature gains a bonus to armor equal to the number of creatures suffering from the bleeding effect. This creature also regains 10% of the maximum wounds per number of creatures suffering from bleeding. I see, and he makes his... Is he bleeding? Yep. So we have to just kill everyone, and he will be the last one. Okay, now. So this will be one of the next one to act.
This tedium is the soul slips beyond the veil.
What a pleasure.
And these are also behind us.
I am not your soul, till death with my hands.
Can we do that? Is there any... Yep.
If it serves
Put
your
one
cause,
on that.
I understand your intent.
Let's do that and mark that as a target.
If I...
Okay. That thing also has some kind of... The creature recovers all movement points gained. Okay, and For some reason, he could driving implement creatures wounds up below 50%. Bestial rage. But we can't see what he did to that. Okay, can we see the others? So let's dash
Faith
away.
without deeds is worthless.
I want to go back to
I'll do
cover,
it.
so
Strike prayer. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
yeah, let's do that.
As the Emperor commands, I
Weaken them a
act.
little bit. Whoa!
I'll tear your heart out for this.
And let's execute that one.
Strike is a prayer.
You've unleashed my fury.
Anything else?
That's just what we need.
On it.
And the screen would... that's not killing him.
Anything else?
That one. Helps a little bit. And the opening also helps for the scream.
What of course?
Let me educate you on the odds of... I refuse to bow.
Okay, that was unexpected. Oh, that's a perfect shot. Just put
Who if not me?
and if we make him prey
It's as good as done.
and put the piercing shot on the shoot, that's a guaranteed penetration.
Your end was inevitable.
And that's it for us. And Passia grants us another, or maybe... Yeah, let's
I am a
have
navigator,
Argent
not a
shoot.
servitor.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Make him a priority target. And we cannot ward curse. How about shooting? Wow, because
that were
that is too
possible.
far. You know what?
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. If I may.
Increase Pascal. And make Pascal shoot better. Oh, we can do that instead. Like that. Nice.
My vow is to serve.
Oh, they will spawn in every turn. Okay. That changes things a little bit.
I will tear your heart out for this.
Wow, what a nice shot, Uriel. Let's do that again.
Fortune favors the swift.
Oh, let's use the free shot.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Okay, the main threat eliminated.
I am not your Z's pet anymore.
You've unleashed my fury.
Endure.
If these are respawning in every turn,
Failed me.
there is no point. No, I wanted to do this.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Remove the bleeding effect,
Blessed
so
be the hand of the heathen. Doubt is for the weak. It's why I was chosen. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deed. You, my Emperor!
we'll wait for Cassia with the momentum.
A work for a flesh crafter.
Okay. What are our chances? Our chances are really good,
do. Be gone.
but we didn't penetrate all the way. That's very unfortunate. But we have another shot.
I'll tear your heart out for this.
On it. I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally.
Let's hope
It's as good
we
as
hit.
the best defense is a good offense.
Okay, we have hit him.
Isn't this a job for the
A
serfs?
little bit of bonus for stuff. And can we curse him? No. We have to move closer. Let's risk it.
Emperor, give me strength.
Indeed. But this is important right now. Because this way
I'll show
it
you
will,
why
it will increase
navigators are
Pascal's
feared.
damage. Okay, that's okay.
Request approved.
Cannot move anymore.
Scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Why are we keep missing?
Request approved. Running binary override.
Now that's a hit.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends.
You will pay for this in blood.
No, you are paying him for this in blood. But I suspect
Your last stroke of luck.
I hope we can wound him down to maybe 300.
Combat is an equation.
Wow, that was a nice hit.
Negligible variable.
We can move him down to 300. I will be happy.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Vulnerability analysis. Success denied.
Cannot reload.
Computation failed.
Then it's really real turn. He has a free shot.
Favors the swift.
Let's increase the
I
damage.
understand your intent.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
It's not enough. $22 is the maximum. With this also 22. And with that also 22. But with that we cannot reach him. Let's...
That is foolishness.
Oh, he's too far. Then make Argenta do the honors. Wasn't enough, but we can try again. Let's see, a single shot should be
As
enough.
the Emperor commands, eradicated. I am his will made manifest.
And now we have to just kill these guys. Let's check who is the... He would be the next one. Go, so
Douse
let's
for the
kill
weak.
him. It's Pascal's turn, okay. That's the next one.
The
Okay,
Omnissiah
we have to reload.
comprehends all. Request approved. You unleash my fury.
Let's claim the bounty. Wasn't enough, unfortunately.
treasure.
He will move next. No, he won't.
If it serves your cause.
Hopefully he won't.
I am not your... I hear you moving. No more.
Interesting. They need just one shot to die. That's the last one.
As the Emperor commands.
Oh, if we would have them keep spawning, maybe we could have collect a lot more stuff. Archmachine's Deceit. When we use an attack that is different type than the previous attack, they gain momentum equal to their resolve. Oh, but that's a Drukhari equipment. Okay. At the start of the turn, the hero recovers wounds equal to the number of bleeding creatures. If at least one wound was recovered, that way one fresh injury is removed from the hero as well. Homunculus Injector. Restore wounds. Removes bleeding, burning, toxin, and morphine. Collecting the cargo. There's a dent on the data slate screen covered in flickering color straps. The readable parts are twitchy and contain repetitions. Barrow's prior studies presume the goal of the breaking new ground in recreating and reviving the specimen in the event of its death. The above-mentioned experiment lay the groundwork of the modernizing and accelerating the recreation of a living organism from a minuscule sample of bone or muscular tissue. Every variety of living organisms has been observed to release a number of chemicals at the moment of death that enable the creation of an entirely identical clone, with intact memories of its prior life, up to and including the moment of death, most vividly detailed as to both physical sensations and emotional distress. As mentioned before, even a tiny modicum of bone or muscle tissue is sufficient for reviving or creating an organism in an adequate lab setup. Bear in mind that the work on creating the new body must begin before the third stage of decomposition has set in. Okay.
Let us not dawdle.
And what is that? The space around the hollow is littered with lumps of broken concrete. A small wind gets into the room through the ugly hole in the ceiling, stirring up whirlwinds of stone dust at your feet. The hole in the lab's wall ceiling and the hollow underneath it point you the obvious. Something broke into this room, ripped out a piece of the lab and dragged it outside. You are, for now, mystified as to what that something was. You study the edges of the breach carefully, reflect for a few minutes, and conclude that the hole in the lab ceiling was blown by several powerful direct explosions. After some more time, you note the characteristic marks on the debris and the walls. The ceiling was breached using matter charges. Interesting. However, chaos can also use matter charges. Through the piled up rocks, dirt and thick dust, you're able to make out parts of pictures that were ripped out of their sockets and thrown into the floor. Parts like these are used for fastening industrial girders in place at large manufacturers around the Imperium. What do you think about all this? My kinspeople were unable to find this place. The Dark Ones would hardly have been content with a single trophy, even one as great as this. No, this was done crudely and quickly, and that behavior is more typical of the Monkey. This well belongs to the House Winterscale, but I refuse to believe his lordship Caligos would ever collaborate with Xenos. No, he certainly not, I think. Dark red and brownish green would envelop his figure every time the subject of hunting the enemies of humanity was brought up. He despised them, hated them. And maybe if we get Henrix here, he would say something more, I'm sure. Okay. Now the question, how to get into that area, but I think we can because we explored everything. So let's activate this elevator. Panel is unresponsive. Okay, now in that case we have to look around. The corpse in the priest's grave was shot in the head, more likely a cold-blooded execution than a death in combat. Because he couldn't repair the elevator. Oh yeah, that's the problem. But I think what we are looking for is in this spot. Oh, we have a door here. And before we make the mistake, let's put that on.
That's how it's done.
Indeed.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Well, I expected something more than this.
Keep your wits about you.
The Xenos torture device has been placed out in the open. It will receive regular use. The cage bars and floors are covered in pig and blood. We don't have any hint. Or maybe we could use that before we get into the room here. Anything else? Cannot interact with the computer console. Nothing is there.
Too hard for a simple
Big
monkey.
green sludge, a condensed solution that Xenos use for growing clones. It's still running down the walls of the large heavy glass capsules.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Maybe something here. No. What's in the journal? The journal said something about it. Okay, that's it. Then maybe that
I
meant
always
an
have a backup
alternate
plan.
attack route here, but this game usually don't do that.
Watching the lazy handle sacred technology breaks my heart, figuratively speaking. My cardiovascular augmentation can withstand much more than high blood pressure.
Never doubt me.
The
To a
sacred
distance
halls
that
of
which resembles the Homunculus,
desecrated
but
by
it
the
also
seal of
looks more of a bad
Cervantes, I hereby declare, subject to
caricature
political
of one.
eradication, the sacrilege committed in them should not be comprehended.
Wasn't one of your fellow believers there? Beware. They are involved with the Flesh Master.
Interesting conversation. Pieces of flesh, skin and bone are stuck in the dark spots that towards the table.
Is there money to be made?
The deformed, feeble, and praised creature is a beautiful and clearly unavoidable copy of the We have nothing else here to interact with. We just cannot
Let us
get
not
up here,
dawdle.
but there must be a way because there is a note. There, what's that? That looks like a door to me.
The Whispers told me a secret.
Keep your wits about you.
Yep, this is a door.
I always keep my options open.
Operation.
There is a seal of silence on the cogitator, but it's no difficult to. It's not difficult to break it. The machine spirit has been tormented. Someone ripped every bit of useful knowledge from its memory. Okay, but I want to.
I
open
always have
this
a
door.
backup plan.
Oh, or because we have triggered an alarm. Maybe that's why we can't get into this room.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
That's possible. Okay, I think I'm something I'm missing here, but I don't know what it is.
Let us see what I found.
What did you find? That's nice and all.
Is
With
there
these
money to be made?
cogitators, something. Oh, there is something. Come on, Pascal.
What a shameful failure.
Access denied. Let's use the machine right. Still access denied.
Rushno door.
Well, I think that would be the key to get into there.
Rise to the top or get
But we
left
cannot.
in the dust.
So let's just leave this place. I think this is the way. Yep. But I still don't know about that bunker in this system. There is a door we cannot open. I don't know why. On this planet. Let's make another try. Maybe instead of Idira, bring Henrix along. I promise I won't level up him right now.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh, there is something.
Scorn the pain.
The Conchita has a dozen breakers. Request status to book the life support system, activate automated defense system. Okay, this.
I always have a backup plan.
Throne take you.
Was not useful. But we can see
I'm not
loot
injured.
here.
I'm enraged.
What's that?
You will pay an even greater price.
Oh, we have found the old valve.
It's nothing.
Didn't flinch.
My lungs are full of poison. Oh, hell yeah. There's also a button and this control. Activate emergency ventilation system. System check. Processing input data confirmed. Compressor launch in progress. Pressure levels normal. Warning error. Encountered insufficient power. Booting emergency energy profile. Success. Pressuring facility. Success. Booting compressor. Success. Emergency air filters activated. Automated defense systems activated. Pascal was his mournfully. With your permission, I would extract the command box of this honorable machine to hold a vigil for decades deceased spirits. The Omnissiah preserves the faithful. The monkey poisoned this world and then were destroyed them. At least the primitive technologies they left behind can spare us from suffering the same fate. Okay, that's what that was missing. Now, in this case, we will level up everybody. Let's do ballistic skill. And maybe advanced skill cross. ballistic skill. Swift movements. And let's give her toughness. Her demolition is complete, yes. She already has the advanced skill. And what's the demolition based on? Agility. Now let's improve her agility. Got better with ballistic skill. And heavy armor proficiency. We have to increase her perception, because if she has 100 perception, then some of a skill will be very, very useful. So let's increase perception. Whenever the assassin attacks an enemy, the assassin gains vitality, and that's Lord Xenor's. Flesh wound. Combat insight. While the operative's perception bonus is 10 or higher, the gain +1 AP and ignore enemies' direction. That's what we want to reach. And for a 10 perception bonus, we need 100, so we need 15 more perception. And we should check if there's any equipment she can use to increase perception. As for you, my dear, increase fellowship. And how about increasing persuasion? Unless you already have it. And make you a grenadier as well. And Hendrix. Athletics. Willpower, he's a psycho after all. Of the Emperor. All allies affected the word of the Emperor are healed from wounds. They can only be used while there is at least one ally affected by the word of the Emperor. Warp speed. At the end of the combat, the target ally increases the movement points by 3 plus the Psycho's rating, their agility, and their AP by 1. Allies affected by the Vanguard abilities gain armor for 1 round, does not stand. Counter-attack stance. Defensive stance now has a -10. Skip attacks of opportunity. Okay, that looks good. Weapon skill. And let's keep bumping up the athletics. And some weapons skill training. And how about a little bit of ballistic skill training? Eternal Glory. The first time that one to reach is 200 during the Psyker's turn, the Psyker gains +5 to all critics, +1 to resolve, +1 to all damage that the Psyker deals until the end of the combat. Until the end of the combat, all allies suffer less damage. Back to archetypes. Full attack. Flash wounds. Yep. Testing. The Psyker's armor increases by 5%. This bonus increases by 5 at the start of every turn of combat except the first. That's a good one. Arrows. Sanctified Slayer. Seeker's critical hit chance increased by resolve. Let's do that. But that's 7% more. That's the resolve, right? Right. A bit of more strength. Okay. Now, and we might be able to now wait, there's another something. Find it. Where? There should be two things here. Maybe the doors. Yeah, maybe the doors. Okay, but I want to know about this door.
Observation report on Henrik Van Kalos. The unit's professional skills make him a suitable candidate for data interrogator servo-skull conversion. I am proposing.
I will have to decline your generous offer, Magos. I would rather keep serving the Golden Throne with my full complement of limbs.
Nice. Now we have 5% chance to do it. We can bump that chance up a little bit and use a multi-key. What does the multi-key do? Universal lockpicking tool provides an additional opportunity to open a lock, an expendable item. Or that's just an additional opportunity. Anything else that can identify this tag? Yeah. Okay. %45. I'm wondering if we should save scan it. Yeah, we should.
I will lead us to fortune.
Oh! Hold on a second. What's that? Okay, okay guys, never mind. Put that back there. And what about Pascal's blood? Increase the rate of fight the virus weapons by +1. I think this is only good for weapons that can fire multiple shots. So this is much better on him because the +3 damage for plasma weapons.
Let us not dawdle.
An elevator. Some unknown accident caused the elevator shaft to collapse, reaching the lower levels. At this point, could require sending a mining team.
Always keep your
None
eye
are
on the
better at
prize.
searching.
Someone thought of the emergency stairs and tried to conceal the damage. Box with the winter scale emblem. Oh, let's read this. Entry C. It's been 100 cycles and these idiots are still none the wiser about who they saved from the storm. Going back to my camp is no longer an option. Damn rats chew through the protective suit and these pistons are out of repair materials. Entry, oh, not C, it's 100. Entry 104. There are some decent people here, just civilians like my mother. This one girl, Zimmy, even made a habit of coming by in the after hours. She asked me to teach her the letters so she can write to her father who went to the surface 2 turns ago. Foolish child, the war has taken its toll on both sides. Hold on, am I sympathizing with the enemy? I better put a stop to this. Entry 110. I was finally allowed entry to the upper levels. And no, lo and behold, what did I find there? The same supply crates as those gifted to our lords by the Star Allies. The same rations as we've been eating, the same weapons as we've been fighting with. So our lives have simply been toyed with. If Winterscale has betrayed us, I must report this to the command, no matter of the cost. I got my hands on a cutter and decommissioned a few blocks of explosives. No one noticed the thing. I bribed the archivist with 1,000 rations, now I just need to get the schematics for the life support systems. Rats brought disease from the surface, the medical unit is packed. Just the right time for a quick short circuit. Zimmy drank the poisoned water and vomited a lot of blood. The schematics were inaccurate, but now I know for certain which pipes go to the living module and which to the barracks. The senior com officer suspected something. It is time. Okay, so nothing interesting here. And what about this? Several crates of dry rations survive this day. Each one bears a seal with the group. Okay, that was probably the bribe. Okay, now I satisfied my curiosity, so we can leave. Let us purge our world of betrayers, please. What?
about you. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Are we closed in? The words on the sign are very legible.
Is there money to be made?
Oh yeah, the defense systems are activated.
Performing target selection ritual.
Well, it's been fun, guys. Oh yeah, starting go there. Then we go there. And even I'll jump for there.
This tedium is beneath me. I am not your Xenos pet monkey. I understand your intent.
Me?
Let's make our jump
If you
shoot
insist, Lord
from
Captain.
Alpha.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
That's not much for a melter gun.
Why I was chosen.
Use bolters against bolters. 1 and 3. Are you kidding me? Oh, 100% armor. Nice. Then it turned out the melter is our best weapon.
Faith without deed is worthless. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
My vow is to serve. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved. Combat is an equation.
Nice.
Your life is a negligible variable.
Vengeance will be swift. But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it.
Oh, I see, we cannot.
I need a foothold. I won't object to it. The Inquisition sends their regards. For the throne, nothing stands against me.
Who, if not me? My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally. You should have thought twice before crossing me.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If I must.
High momentum.
Momentum means 200. It's not 200. Yeah.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Go there. And oh, okay, Pascal will take
In the
care of
name of
things
House
now.
Orcelio, I shall prevail.
Vulnerability analysis successful.
Come on, Pascal, don't let me down.
High momentum. I venerate you, machine spirit. Your desire condemns you.
And one more. Nice.
Running binary override.
Maybe we can finish it with Pascal.
Prognosis disabled. Request approved. Running binary override. Vital functions successfully terminated. Reading damage to orc.
I always have a backup plan.
Pain cleanses the body.
Let's get out of here. Okay, and now we will visit our colonies because our presence is needed. Lord Captain, the crew was sent to the surface reports that they have cleared the collapse passages leading to the lower levels. After exploring the abandoned rooms, they discovered valuable cargo that has already been brought aboard. Nice. Now let's move on. We have to go back here. That's Jonas. We have to go back to Full Stone. I apologize for distracting your lordship from matters of the Protectorate, but there is information of crucial importance that I compelled to report you as expediently as possible. Alright, what is going on? something has happened. And something which is not improved the life in the expanse. Your Lordship, I must report highly compromising information about a member of your retinue, namely Mr. J. Haydari, who is, it turns out, is nothing of the sort but a commoner, fugitive from the law, and a deserter from the Imperial Guard. I have sought further evidence to prove it. This evidence has better be incontrovertible. The factotum goes and holds out a data slate to you. It is all here, Your Lordship. Official records from the Administratum, attestation, I cannot pronounce that, sorry, from the Department of Monitorium, and much more besides. I want to know the details. I may have overlooked some nuances, but I have solid evidence that the person whom we presently know as J. Haydari served in the 19th Ifrit Regiment and was identified as the perpetrator of numerous instances of theft and smuggling as well as desertation. And this individual is not of the noble birth but of the lowest origins. How did you come to know of this? In your Lordship's absence, the burden of watching over the dynasty's treasury fell upon my shoulders. I deemed J. Haydari the likeliest threat to the dynasty's material security. I had my people conduct an investigation and they uncovered a past connection between Haydari and an individual named of Mercy, a highly influential figure in the Kazbali Commission with a dangerous reputation. Feeling that the predatory interest of the Kazbalika would pose a threat to your coffers, I began my own investigation. It was entirely reasonable to suspect a collusion of some kind between Haydari and Mercy, and so my suspicions were confirmed. The two were connected. It was from Mercy's associate that I acquired the compromising intelligence on Haydari. I wish to see J. Haydari. We have something to discuss. Showed me lead you little wannabe questor. Jay's voice and being undergo a stark transformation. Biting soldier slang cuts through her typically gentle speech. Don't miss a thing, your servants struck up, and they're sneaky as too. They climb up a gross arse to find out what they want to know. I think we need to talk about your past, and I would add your real past. Only if this scum-sling is hooked. Jay notes that the now much taller than Rock.
Well, your lordship, ask away. I'll tell it like it is. I'm not going to try to wriggle out of it.
So tell me your real story.
So what do you want to hear, Shireen? A children's tale about a beautiful princess? A ballad about a queen of thieves? How about a new story, Shireen? Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived on a sand-covered lump of rock. And the core of that rock contained untold riches for servants of the Imperium. The girl scraped out those riches with her little hands, breaking her back and coughing up her lungs, on behalf of people who had never clapped eyes upon her, and who would never know her name. She did this every day until she turned 16. And then his servants came and drafted the girl into the 19th Ifrit Regiment. Can you imagine? Of course, the regiment was wiped out on its first sortie. But the girl survived. The Exalted One protects. So what was next? Years serving in the Astra Militarum, just a shitload of hard labor, and fighting, and deals. and shady connections, and new opportunities. But everything in this world ends sooner or later, Shireen. The now not-so-little girl went and fell in with the Kasbalika. She saved up a little gold, and she even indulged in excess from time to time, until living the good life almost cost the little girl her head after her patrons got caught in an internal investigation between the Official Prefectus and Departamento Munitorum. So the girl ran as fast as her little legs could carry her, until her eyes and the beams of fortune brought her to the expanse. A shitty story, all things considered, Shireen.
Do you have a family?
The folks on Footfall are my only family, Shireen. The trickster twins and the rest of the rabble, plain-talking and loyal as dogs. And sometimes as dull as the pommel of a worn-out blade.
Is Jay your real name at least?
I swear on the grave of my drunkard father who sold me into the mines, and on the lives of the 11 siblings I never had, Shireen.
No, it most definitely is not. Oh yeah, I like that. So you used to be in the Imperial Guard.
Corporal Haydari reporting for duty, sir. I've had enough of the Astra Militarum shit to last a lifetime, Shireen. And my body's collected enough souvenirs from run-ins with Xenos and heretics to last 2 lifetimes. Except, when it comes to the Guard, there's no such thing as used to be. That wretched life sank its claws into me good. But that also means I remember what it's like to be a small, shaking, insignificant pawn. And that's why I appreciate what I have now all the more.
How did you get involved with the Kasbalika?
What? You think it's difficult? Once me and my fellow guardsmen snuck into the upper city in search of a good watering hole, where the high and mighty of that world congregated. Another time, our regiment was sent to defend the tallest spires on a hive world. And I had an epiphany. I saw how the other half lives. And by half, I mean the ones born with a diamond spoon in their mouth, instead of an entrenching shovel rammed up their arse. My eyes were open to the truth, Shireen. The Imperium is full of opportunities, even for people like myself. The trick is knowing whose palms to grease, whose boots to lick, whose throat to squeeze, and whose arses to kick. I was very popular with everyone in the Guard Command, you see. I'd procure things for them, whatever they wanted. And so the Kasbalika took notice.
That explains the long implant, but what about the hand?
It was orcs. Not everything I say is a lie, Shireen.
So, you are a deserter as well.
You know, Shireen, I could still be bouncing around from one world to another, holed up on tired old ships with only venal grunts for company, if I hadn't decided I wanted more for my life. I accepted a shipment from the Kasbalika of certain chemicals. For carnal pleasures and the like. Some bigwig was throwing a party to celebrate his 5th decade in the service. And that's when I got the attention of the newly arrived commissar. I was rummaging through the pockets of Astra Militarum with one hand, and shuffling the Kasbalican cargo with the other. You can imagine what would have happened to my head had the commissar not started with my higher-ranked patrons.
I see.
Whoop the fu- Never mind.
Who is this mercy that Darnock has accused you of associating with?
We knew each other once. He helped me make the move to the Expanse and establish my first connections. But that's an old story I prefer not to poke at if I can help it. Things are good in my life now, and I don't need mercy.
about your new persona.
Are you worried I'm going to start spitting on the deck and shriveling your officers' ears with my foul tongue? Don't be, Shireen. I much prefer being seen as a princess rather than a deserter. I'll continue to play the part in front of the others, but you wanted to talk frankly, so I've dropped the act.
Okay, but she hadn't hurt us so far, and we have to remember that our rogue trader has also a criminal past. So in his book, Joa deserting from the guard, it's okay. It shows her intelligence, that she didn't want to stay in the meat grinder. I think we have covered everything. Return to your duties.
Sir, yes sir, your lordship, Shireen. I'll be here, all primed and ready to go.
Jay looks hurt into a faint smile now that the seal of silence that has shackled them for years has finally been broken. Okay, and the high factotum made me worry for nothing. Also, I remember that we maybe need to speak with Uriel, and she is somewhere around here. Yes.
The Dark City released us from its thorny embrace. The wounds of the body will heal. But what about the wounds of the soul? Cruderach fell, and its demise shattered the fragile lives of countless children of Osirian. Scattered across this part of the galaxy, hounded by the monkey, pursued by the Dark Cousins, imprisoned by the servants of She Who Thirsts. Hatred is strangling me like a snake, and fear is coursing through my body like a burning poison. For the path I chose is leading me down the roads of failure. I can neither hold back my grief nor rein in my anger. And yet, I am powerless to stray from my path. Pay no heed to my fleeting wrath, Alantak. When the will slips away, the soul trembles with rampant emotions. But I will resign my heart to meekness, for there is no other way a marked outcast can help their fellow Eldari wandering in the dark.
Many terrible things happened in Comorar. Are you alright?
I found myself in the Dark City after following the twisted roads of truth and lies. And although the truth blossomed like an ugly bud and scratched my soul with its thorns, I did find the answers to my questions. Those who come back from the dark of the webway will never be the same. But it is we who change while the surrounding world remains imminent. This thought gives me strength.
Cruderach suffered an unenviable fate. I am sorry your word is lost.
I have no need for your sympathy, Alantak. Besides, neither Monkey nor my dark kin found the decaying remnants of Cruderach. Perhaps all is not lost. Perhaps we may yet bring back what has been taken.
What will happen to the seer now?
Clendil chose to stay on the Lilithon together with Muaran and the rest of our kinsmen. Perhaps it is for the best. The stars in this part of the galaxy are hostile to the children of Osirian.
So where does the path of the outcast lead you now?
On the trail of a monkey called Caligos Winterscale. Even a worm may harm a wounded tiger by bringing infection into an open wound. And the wounds of my people have been bleeding ever since Cruderach's demise. The spirits of my kin need a poultice, a hope, not the executioner's sword already poised to fall.
I have a suspect that we should have talked to her a little bit earlier. Would you like to ask some other questions?
You may try.
I must take my leave. Let's talk to her again.
Elantak. I trust your journeys were fruitful.
Am I still unworthy of discussing your world and your kin? Idiot, not curtly saying nothing. I wonder if this is because that we have to do something more, or because we had the privilege, but when her memories were erased. No, I think that was just a passing moment for the most part. Okay, now we have to check out our colonies, but we will do that in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please like, subscribe and leave down a comment, and I see you in the next one. Bye!